Hello, Virgo. Hi, welcome to your Mercury retrograde love reading for the month of November. I hope that you guys are doing well today. Happy Halloween to those of you that are celebrating. We are still currently in Mercury retrograde and will remain here until November 3rd. I just got the notification from YouTube that that all of your general Mercury retrograde readings for all 12 signs posted. So if you are interested in general messages for your sign, you might want to go and catch that reading as well. It's also on here. And another thing, it is time-stamped, Virgo, so that way you can find your messages specifically, because it's a 2-hour long video here. So all of your general messages will be on this side, okay? Your love message will be on this side, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with your messages, Virgo. And I do want to let you know, like I've been letting every sign know, that for the month of November, even though this is focusing on Mercury retrograde and the return of some energies, this situation that I'm about to read could have possibly already happened, and it will extend beyond the period of Mercury retrograde, okay? Mercury retrograde ends November 3rd. Your situation might actually be extended all the way out into the entire month of November. Okay, this is your general energy, Virgo, and this is very interesting because for those of you that were able to catch your general message for the month of October, or even if you go and you catch the general Mercury retrograde reading I just posted for your sign, this Five of Pentacles energy feels like someone is leaving something behind. Could be you feeling like your partner's leaving you out in the cold, or this could be financial. But the reason why I feel this is so interesting for you, Virgo, is because when I read your energy for the general Mercury retrograde, a lot of what was coming out was that you were feeling kind of disconnected from your partner or whoever you were dealing with in your reality. So, you know, a lot of this is a continuation of readings I've already done recently throughout the month of October. And I'll always be sure to tell y'all that in case you do need to catch the other readings in order to get up to speed on what could be going on and maybe get some clarity on your situation. I'm going to go ahead and pull a general energy for your love, since this is considered a love reading, and just see what's in store for you for the month of November. Had a lot of cards fall out, but I'm not going to actually use those because it was too many that fell out. All right, let's see what your messages are, Virgo. Wow, we have reconciliation. It says someone from your past is returning to your life. Beautiful energy here, Virgo. So for those of you who, where you're feeling this energy, and this could be a past energy that you were feeling maybe within the last week or two, feeling where like your partner just sort of kind of just left you here. A lack of communication, kind of a cut-off energy that I'm getting from some of you, where maybe you aren't communicating with the person that you're interested in. Or Virgo, this could be your partner cross-watching, and this could be you treating your partner this way. You know, we have to reverse the roles as needed. And I can't stress enough, guys, that sometimes these messages will resonate and sometimes they won't, okay? So you'll take what is and leave what's not. I am going to go ahead and pull some general energy for you, Virgo, to try to see what's going on with this reconciliation, because a lot of you, you know, some of you have been separated from your love or your person of interest for a month or two, and then for some of you it could be longer that you've been separated. And then for a small percentage of you, could be that you're actually in union with your partner, but maybe you guys have just not really been communicating on the best wavelength, especially with this Mercury retrograde. You know, Virgo, you are very much affected by every Mercury retrograde that comes around, because you are also ruled by Mercury, much like Gemini is. Wow, we got the Ten of Cups coming out. This is hopeful. We've got the Knight of Wands. We've got the King of Wands. And we've got the Six of Cups. Very beautiful energy. So, Virgo, I definitely, and you guys have been getting a lot of fire energy lately. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Doesn't necessarily have to be, because this King of Wands is very representative of action. Definitely, some of you have made up with your love, your divine feminine or masculine. If you haven't already made up with this person, you will be making up with them. I don't know why I feel this way, but for a lot of you, this energy with the Five of Pentacles, this feels very much like this is something that you came out of, okay? I don't think that for the majority of Virgos that I'm reading for, that you still feel this energy of Five of Pentacles where someone left you behind, someone kind of left you stranded, left you out in the cold, aren't communicating. I feel like a lot of you actually have come out of this energy. Doesn't mean that some of you aren't still feeling the brunt of the loss of the no communication from your partner, because some of you might still be feeling that. But for the majority of you, I do see where you've made up with your partner, and this has made you both very happy here with this Ten of Cups. And I love that. So we'll start over here. This Ten of Cups, this is happiness, this is understanding, this is coming into a sense of mutual communication. And this could be happiness in all areas of your life, okay? Even though this is a love reading, sometimes other things can come out. But this is a lot of abundance and happiness coming for you in the month of November, Virgo. So for those of you who've been feeling stifled by bills or by the connection or just by whatever, this happiness is definitely coming in for a lot of you. And for some of you, I do think that it comes in the form of many different ways. We are still in a pandemic. So for those of you who've been dealing with some financial issues lately, this could definitely be where Spirit is telling you, hey, you're coming out of this energy. We all know that Virgos pride themselves in the work that they put in. We have this Knight of Wands energy coming in. Very fast-moving action and energy here. Some of you actually could be moving or considering moving with your partner, your family, or whoever. We have some energy that's coming out here. We have the Temperance card, which this card has been coming out a lot this month, for the month of October. And some of you could be dealing with the Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. But for most of you, this card of Temperance, this is all about divine timing, okay? So where some of you might have been feeling anxious about whatever your situation was, I do sense that some of you might have a sense of anxiety, might actually suffer from some anxiety or other mental related issues. And this is really your spirit guide letting you know that everything is working out. Okay, divine patience, divine timing, all of this is coming out underneath the Ten of Cups energy here. So very promising energy, very beautiful readings thus far, Virgo. Very happy that this is coming in for you. And what also fell is the Three of Swords. Okay, so for those of you where there was a bit of karmic interference in this relationship, or maybe that's what marked the end of this connection, and maybe you guys are actually working through that, because I do see excuse me, I do see here with the Knight of Wands energy coming in, this is someone trying to come back into your reality, and they're coming in fast, Virgo. And with this Three of Swords energy, it's almost like, some of you are willing to accept this back in because you miss them just as much as they miss you. With that Six of Cups energy, this is very nostalgic energy coming through. Your person, and again, you have to reverse the roles as needed, but your person really is missing you. Whatever karmic interference this was that kind of ended you guys, I think that you're coming into a better awareness and understanding that that was just a temporary thing. For some of you where this was not a karmic person, and maybe this was more of like a situation that kind of separated you guys, again, I do see someone actually coming towards you with an apology here. We've got the Five of Swords coming up under the King of Wands. And we have the Chariot card coming out underneath the Six of Cups. This could represent Cancer. Doesn't have to. So yeah, Virgo, definitely a lot of emotion here. This person is really feeling you in their soul. They're really missing you. And this could be, you missing them as well. I think there's like a mutual understanding where you're both missing each other, so for whatever reason that you guys separated, and for some of you it is a karmic partner, someone did step out of the connection here with this Three of Swords. I do see you coming back together. However, it does feel like for a lot of you, and maybe this is some insight that you don't necessarily have. If your person stepped out, okay, with someone and cheated, or you cheated, or whoever, they are ending this situation with this Five of Swords. This almost feels, a lot of times I do interpret this as ego energy. Someone just wanting to go back and forth, low vibrational energy, arguing, someone walking away and another person saying, I'm not done arguing yet. I'm not done. I'm coming back at you. A lot of times I do interpret this as that, but for some of you, I do interpret this as your person leaving this karmic behind, okay? I interpret this as them leaving that person behind and coming back into your reality, especially with this King of Wands energy here, okay? Very fast action, very fast acting movement here. Almost like, your person's starting to understand that they should have never left to begin with, okay? So it's like they might be knowing where stability really is. And for those of you, I'm moving that love card because I want to make this easier. For those of you where this is, you're not disconnected from your partner, okay? And there maybe has been some trust issues, because that Three of Swords can come out also as like a lack of trust, or maybe even like just wanting to make truth of something. I feel like with this King of Wands and this Five of Swords, it's like you're moving out of that energy there, because we have the Chariot card, and this is love. This is divine love, and this is love on the brain, and it's coming up underneath that Six of Cups energy there. So definitely a lot of promise here, Virgo. I don't know why I keep reading that as like you leaving the karmic behind, or them leaving the karmic behind, leaving their person behind that they stepped out on you with. I'm going to go ahead and clarify this Five of Swords energy so that we can get a better understanding. Because this reconciliation that's happening, someone has to be apologetic. Okay, so someone has to be the bigger person and actually come forward and say, I know that I hurt you. I know I was wrong. I'm sorry. I want to come out of this low vibrational energy of going back and forth and arguing, and I want to make things right. So it could be many different things interpreted with this Five of Swords energy, and that's why we're going to go ahead and clarify it. Okay, well, yeah, we have the Fool card coming out. Yeah, so this person wants a new beginning with you, Virgo. They want a new beginning. They want a fresh start. They want to start over. They want to make things right with you, Virgo, because they are beginning to see the wrong in their actions. And whereas they might have been too proud, to admit how wrong they were and what they did, I feel like for a lot of you, this is your person, coming in and saying, listen, I know where home is. I know that this was a wrong situation. This was the wrong way to go about things. And I want to work it out. I want to stay together. And again, for those of you, and maybe this just isn't for those of you that are actually together, like a couple, because I'm reading, that for a lot of Virgos, this is someone that you're separated from. If you are in union with your person, and maybe you guys just took like a mental break from each other, you stayed in the house together, but you took a mental break for whatever reasons, I do still see the love here. I see a reignition, actually, of this love coming through with the Six of Cups and the Chariot card. So most of the Virgos that I am reading for are not in a connection, but there are some of you who, you're not broken up with your person. You and your person are still very much together and very much in love, but maybe you've had a bit of miscommunications that came in, especially with this Mercury retrograde, where maybe you've been a little more sensitive and a little more on edge, Virgo, because of the fact that Mercury retrograde has been here, and you are heavily affected by that since it's your ruling planet. I'm going to go ahead and clarify this Three of Swords energy here. We have the Queen of Cups coming out underneath the Three of Swords. So yeah, whatever situation this was that happened with you guys, infidelity or not, miscommunication or whatever it was that came in between you guys. It could be work. It could be a person. It left you feeling very emotional. Okay. It left someone feeling very drained. This Queen of Cups energy is very sensitive. Okay. Very intuitive, a bit in their feelings about things. This energy here left, this is a very draining energy You know, it kind of feels like the whole meat behind why this person's coming back in is so that they can make an apology for this. I do see a lot of healing energy with this card as well, Virgo, because there's a lot of conversations that need to be had. You know, the cups energy, you know, this is water, you know, this is sensitivity. This is, you know, being able to understand each other emotionally. So I feel like whereas your person might not have been so sensitive to what you were dealing with, okay, they could have been very insensitive. I feel like that sensitivity and that consideration is coming in where they're maybe seeing the magnitude of what they did, Virgo. They're understanding because they want this new start with you. Okay, so they understand what they did. You know, their apology just needs to be genuine, and there needs to be a conversation. Like, what specifically? What I don't know why I keep hearing this in my head from some of you Virgos. It's like, what specifically are you apologetic for? Is what I hear some of you saying. Like, I hear some of you really asking the person coming back in, like, no, you say you're sorry, but I want to know specifically what are you apologizing for? Because when a person can be specific about their apologies, it's more genuine when a person can actually come in and genuinely apologize. So for a lot of you, I feel like maybe this person, you know, has a tendency of apologizing and not really being genuine about it. And I feel like some of you are going to hold their feet to the fire, you know, and be like, no, listen, you need to be specific about what you're saying, because you really honestly left me in a situation where I didn't know what was going on. You know, you left me in the cold. And again, Virgo, if this is not you feeling this way, this could be your partner feeling this way about you. But yeah, I feel that a lot of you are holding your partners accountable. Okay. So let's go ahead and clarify this Chariot card here. Because like I said, this is love. You know, this is you both coming into like a reignition. And for those of you that are together, that never did break up or never did separate, you know, this feels like a reignition of that love that you guys already had. Maybe, you know, when you're with someone for a long time, sometimes it can cool off a little bit, that love that you have. And so with the nostalgic card coming through, it's almost like a reignition. We have the Nine of Wands coming out underneath this Chariot card. So some of you actually may not trust this apology. You may not want to accept this apology, Virgo, because, you know, this card here is very representative of you coming through a really big battle and just feeling a bit defensive, you know, like just feeling like, you know, I made it through the struggle of what I needed to make it through, but it's like I had to heal myself. You know, that's what I'm getting from some of you, is that I had to heal myself. I had to make sure that I could get through this on my own, you know, while we were separated, or while we were going through this thing that we were going through. What's with this Temperance card? Yeah, some of you are a little skeptical to accept this apology, not because you don't love your partner, okay? Because the Wands energy and the Ten of Cups energy is very indicative that you do love your partner. But a lot of you are really hesitant to accept that person back in because of the fact that they've done this so many times. We have the Lovers card coming out underneath Temperance. This could represent Gemini. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of love between you two. A lot of passion here. And I do see where some of you are making up with your partner, especially with this Lovers card coming out on top of the Ten of Cups. You know, a lot of you have been patiently waiting for this reconciliation to actually happen. And then those of you who are a little tougher on your partner, it's not that you won't accept them back, but you want the apology to be genuine. You want them to fully understand what it was that they did, okay? You want them to take accountability. And there's nothing wrong with that, Virgo, because I feel like a lot of your partners are taking accountability. For those of you who feel like your partner's not taking accountability, you'll see to it that they will. Because I'm reading that some of you are like, look, if you can't take accountability, we can't talk. So let's go ahead and pull some general energy for you, Virgo. Okay, so we do have three cards that are trying to come out, actually. We've got You Deserve Love. You are lovable. We have Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. See, this goes hand in hand with this Temperance card here, Virgo, because this is all about trusting that things will work out, divine timing. And then we have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. This card actually came out for, I want to say it came out for your October love reading as well, Virgo. So for those of you who, this person, you and this person have a tendency to be codependent with one another, you know, where you both are kind of struggling to find your own independence. And maybe while this separation was happening, that's what you were doing, was finding your independence. So maybe this is just a reminder here, Virgo, not to fall back into your codependent ways, you and this person, okay? Very beautiful energies that we have here. So we have you deserve love, which is good. It's a good reminder, Virgo. We've got trust, and then we've got codependency. Very good reminders here. Trust that this situation will resolve itself naturally, and then just beware of this codependent energy and not falling back into that, because I feel like a lot of you have been able to find your place of security, your place of independence from this person. While you guys were on this break, you've been able to become more independent. So it's a very beautiful reading here, Virgo. Those are your messages. I hope that this resonated and that you were able to get some clarity on your situation. Subscribe to me if you haven't already. And let me know in the comments how you're doing, okay? Sending all my love to you, and take care.